Alrighty then. I'm going to probably periodically check just to make sure everything's working good. Because right off the bat, it already had to reconnect, which I don't know why. Stupid internet. So I also uploaded a new short as well. It was good. How does it work in Storm? Is it working good? Let me know. You know. Like I said, right when I was gonna walk away from it, it said, reconnect. So that's why I'm just making sure that it's. I didn't think I'd have an issue right off the bat, but thankfully I just hit reconnect and it reconnected. So. Hopefully it should be good now, but I just don't want it to crap out on me. Oh. What's up, Storm? What's up, Walker Dead? Welcome. How we doing? Doing on this fine day. It's actually pretty nice outside, I ain't gonna lie. Doing good? It's good to hear. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, we can have another, doing alright, how about you? Doing pretty good. Yeah, we can have another, big, Fortnite Fridays, on, Friday early morning. Of course, it'll be after Peacemaker, obviously. But yeah, we can do that for sure. Yeah, so yeah, we'll do Peacemaker first, and then the Fortnite Friday stream will be right after, and then after that, then I'll do Hedgehog Bros continuation. And then I'll probably just do another episode during the afternoon, just to knock the number down. I know I didn't do one today, I was going to, but I got a little bit lazy for the timing I had to be up. I was kind of awake, but it was, it was a slow grind for me to get moving, I should say, in time for it to, fit it in, you know what I mean? Because the next episode I'm doing is an hour 26, I believe. So, so squeezing it in was like, what's up, Dan? Welcome. How we doing? If you don't hear him in there, he's been a little bit too excited, whatever he's doing. So hopefully you're not. But so I wanted to get in another stream for you guys. I did upload the next part in the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, so definitely check that out. That was a pretty crazy scene, as it continues. Definitely a funny movie as well. I mean, if you guys want me to do more funny moments of that movie, I definitely can. for sure. Of course, I might jump around with different, crazy movies and stuff like that, in terms of, sections and stuff like that. I definitely do a lot of well, I'm trying to get back into it. I know you guys, or I know a lot of you guys missed the, were waiting for me to continue that No Shirt No Pants of the final season there. But now I finally finished it off. Like I stated beforehand, if it gets 10 likes, we will do Walking in Michonne, No Shirt No Pants, and if it gets 15, then I'll do both. You know what I mean? I'll jump into Wolf Among Us as well. Obviously, if it doesn't really hit those numbers, that's fine. I'm still gonna do Wolf Among Us season 1, No Shirt No Pants. I'm not gonna jump into it like instantly. You know what I mean? It would be it would be like within the next week and change. You know what I mean? Then I'll do it because I will be live on my Twitch channel for me doing that because it's on my Xbox. So I'll have to start all over again with that. But yeah, so that'll be kind of the situation. Have you ever played Wolf Among Us? Yeah, yes, I have. Yes, I have a couple times actually. A couple times. I think I definitely did a main walkthrough, and then I think I did alternate choices, I believe. And then I might have done like, well, no, I know I did that alternate choices, but I don't remember to what extent. I think it's a great game, truly. Oh yeah. Should have mentioned Mr. Joshua. And you went too far. Well, obviously we know that. I mean, if you really want to, damn, freaking game another one, lose another one. The lossage of people being sunk is a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely, not gonna lie. Little irritating, but I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna let it, I'm just hoping, you know what I mean, we don't go below 6.9K, good lord, because, damn, we did a lot to crush the milestone. It would be ridiculous to lose it, especially when your man's grinding. So we didn't knock the number down. Hedgehog Rose. We didn't knock it down because we only knocked it down one. So I would have had to do another episode in order to make it, be for sure knocked down. I'm almost done playing part 2 of last week's remastered. Got Santa Barbara stuff. Made a remastered review. Got lots of updated thoughts, that's for sure. Okay. I'm certain either that your rating didn't change though, right? Still 6. Not. Yeah, listen, I don't want to, I don't want to go into him. Honestly, he's irrelevant, like I stated before. He's irrelevant. No reason to make him relevant. You know what I mean? Like, we know what he's, we know the things he says is a lie. It's not, do we care? No. it's whatever. He's the only idiot saying it. The rating hasn't changed much, but there's things that age worse and better, but the rating's still the same. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, yeah, no, I mean, I've been playing it quite a bit of times, and hardest difficulty, and, well, you obviously know. No, my rating doesn't change, it's still the same, and it will always be the same, it isn't, you know what I mean, it isn't gonna change. My enjoyments on parts of it are still there, you know what I mean, and I still enjoy them very dearly, and then the rest is, obviously, you know, is not. You know what I mean? Now, I will say, in terms of combat, is Abby's section the best in terms of combat? Yes. You know, in terms of like fighting the dad, you know what I mean, and all that, infected. But in terms of story-wise, no, it's absolute shit. I don't give a fuck about it, and it's the worst part of the game for me. So, I don't give a shit about it. Episode 3 was on Pocket Series, is still in development. Ryan isn't reunited with his family yet. Okay. Yeah, waiting on that next episode. Oh, the Abby stuff is a bit better than I remember. The Abby stuff is somehow more trash than I remember. Oh, really? No, that's funny. That is funny. That is hilarious. I'm actually gonna get a popcorn quick. Why not? I might as well have something to drink. Might as well. Might as well. I'm thinking more of this tree. Definitely hyped to see your reaction to 408 Over My Man, first full comedy I've ever done. Yeah, well, like I said, I think we got 7, 8. Is 9 the mid-season finale? Is that what it is? After these last year, I figured use it as well. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta take a hot minute break on it, you know what I mean? I gotta take a hot minute break. It has nothing to do with, I mean, I think the support I'm getting for it is very, very good. And I appreciate the support, by the way. Let's see, what did I get? Okay, so I got 4 likes, so, you know, I think the other one, oh no, it's about the same. Yeah, so I got 4. Not bad. Not bad. Mid-season finale, yes sir. Okay, so I might potentially do 3. 7, 8, 9. I might do that. Various thoughts on the concept art that I posted on Insta? Oh, yeah. I thought it looked pretty cool. Looked pretty good. I said the subscriber. Yeah. Yeah, Storm, I am. I'm jumping back and forth between 6904 and 6903 and 6902. Which at the moment I'm at 6903. So 6,903. I'm jumping back and forth. It keeps up, down, up, down. I was at 6904 when I started the stream, and now I just lost one. I don't get people. I really don't. And I don't get the people that unsubbed either. I don't get them. I'm here, so damn. 3 episodes cool to me. Oh yeah. Life for Friday, Dexter Resurrection, penultimate episode, and Peacemaker 202. Oh yeah. The right side, bro. So it's back. Also, it's not bad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep going at it. You know what I mean? But I am trying to do some different ones that I haven't done in a long time. You know what I mean? I am trying to kind of, and that's why you saw me do the walking in one, because I haven't done that in forever. So I, brought that back. You know what I mean? Well, to finish it, because I knew I was on the last episode. So tonight, obviously, I'm going to start off with episode 128 of Hedgehog Bros. I'm obviously going to start off with that. Variety is key. Oh, I know it is, 100%. Obviously, like I said, it makes it frustrating because I'm trying to do a lot of Hedgehog Bros. And I know quite a bit could be getting burned out. Very possible. I'm not going to lie about that. But don't unsubscribe just because I'm doing a lot of it. You know what I mean? I think that's stupid. That's stupid mentality right there. I think it is. If you subscribe because I'm playing certain games and stuff like that, just stay subscribed. You don't have to, you know what I mean? I'm going to finish those games, 100%. I'm not going to not finish them. It just, with the Joffrey situation and everything like that, it kind of put things on, stallment. You know what I mean? In terms of getting to them, because my time has been eaten because of that situation, and so I haven't been able to really do it, I'm loving the Walking In rewatch streams. Two very cool ones. Oh yeah, I get a lot of support on those. Definitely. The last 3 episodes were very good, for sure. Like me doing 6 or 7 air videos a week. Is that on sub? I don't consider that. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just been seeing the number go down, and I'm like, what the, I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Listen, if you really want me to give Mr. Joffrey another chance, you're freaking out of your minds. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be real with you because there is a lot of people that voted for me to give him another chance. And I honestly don't know why. I don't want to talk about him because honestly I really do think he's irrelevant. Sorry, I do. We're trying to move past the whole situation, obviously, and not keep, dragging it on, if you get what I mean. But I mean, if that's what you're, unsubscribing from, then fine, unsubscribe. I don't care. You know what I mean? He's not coming back. I want to make that clear. All right, he burnt too many bridges to come back. Is where I'm getting at. I've given him many chances to fix issues and stuff like that. And those issues did not be fixed. They got worse because of his actions. Especially recently. It went too much. And he said too much that burnt it for me. You know what I mean? He went too far in terms of saying certain words and lashing out on his story and this and that, you know what I mean? Leaking certain messages and all that crap. You know what I mean? He destroyed it. He just went too far. More far than I ever thought would even, would even be the case. You know what I mean? I feel like when you go that far, I just think that's not, you know what I mean? You went too far. You know what I mean? Too far to come back. Like Shane, for instance. You know what I mean? He's too far gone. You can't come back from that. You know what I mean? freaking went too far out in the damn ocean, and he's never gonna come back. You know what I mean? He's way too far in the ocean. You know, and I feel like that's a good, um, mirror. You know what I mean, with the situation, because that's what I think he did. I think he did a situation like that where he went too far, and you know what I mean. And now I don't want nothing to do with him, and that's as simple as that. Listen, I'm all about giving second chances. Okay, I'm all about doing those type of things, giving a person another chance. But I've given him a couple, and I thought it would get better. You know what I mean? And I thought it wouldn't be, get worse or get more crazier. But it didn't. You know, it just didn't. And it got worse. You know, it got worse as it went. You know, the arguments continued, the bitching continued, and you know, it wasn't seeing an end. And honestly, I was getting burnt out. I really was. I was getting very burned out. I mean, don't get me wrong. Arguments here and there about certain situations, fine, whatever. You know what I mean? But when it's the same shit and it just keeps going, it eventually just gets old. It gets old, and then my caring about it starts to just not give a fuck. You know what I mean? I start to not give a shit, about the argument, or about that conversation, period. You know what I mean? Or in a lot of cases, I don't even want to talk to him because I'm just like, I don't care. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me. My birthday's coming out next month. Can't wait. Awesome, Walker Dead. W's. Happy early birthday, man. Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, happy early birthday. He didn't burn the bridge. He burned the whole planet of chances. Ah! Oh, yeah. Ah! Yeah. True that. True that. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, and Mr. Heisenberg, I'm going to be real with you, he doesn't want him back. He doesn't. He doesn't want him back, period. I mean, he's 110% done with him, and that's just being honest with his side of things. You know what I mean? And if he doesn't want him back, period, I mean, that just tells you nobody wants him back. You know what I mean? And like I stated, I'm done with the argument. It's too much. It is. It's too much. It really is too much. I mean, I don't get enjoyment when you're sitting there constantly just hating. I mean, like I stated, you've seen how much he hates on Walking Dead these days. If you're gonna hate it that much, then just stop fucking watching. I don't care about your bullshit reason about, I gotta keep watching, blah, blah, blah. The fuck you do. You don't need to keep watching. Brother, you don't. You really don't. That mentality is stupid, I think. You know what I mean? And if you do, then I don't want to hear about it. You know what I mean? Because it's stupid. It really is. Like, why waste your time? Because you're evidently not enjoying it. You don't like what they're doing. So why do you keep watching? It's simple as that. I mean, I'm like Dan more, that I look at the positives of what you get out of it more than the negatives. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean I don't criticize certain things that they do or this and that, but I still find enjoyment out of it, because there is still enjoyment there. I mean, if you're bitching about same old, I mean, it is The Walking Dead, so I don't want to say I kind of expect it. That's kind of expected. You know what I mean? It's in a zombie apocalypse, so I mean, it kind of is the same old. But then again, there's a lot of shows that do that. So does that bother me? No, it doesn't. I enjoy it because I know what it is. you know. So, you know, it's no difference than Family Guy. It's no difference than King of the Hill. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be funny, obviously. So what does it do? It does a lot of the same shit, you know, in a lot of different scenarios or a lot of different ways. But that's what makes it enjoyable. Because that's what it is. That's what it sets itself on. So who cares that it repeats itself whatever many times in a lot of different ways, you know. That's the whole point of the freaking show. It's supposed to be like that. That's, you know. Now, yes, would it be nice to have more changes or more refreshment than this and that? Sure, but there's only so much you can change before then it, you know what I mean? Eventually, it's just, oh, well, there's not much more you can change. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's that type of, you know, situation. But like I stated, you know what I mean? If you don't enjoy what they're doing, then don't keep watching. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You can't get any more simple than that. You know. Spider-Man No Way Home was an okay movie, but it wasn't amazing. You know, we would talk about it a lot. It would be like, yeah, facepalm, right? Yeah, I mean, it just, in the conversations about that stuff, I mean, it gets old. I mean, I got nothing more to say about that. Freaking, you know, I mean, you know my opinions on it. I don't care to keep talking about the movie's irrelevant to me at this point. It's irrelevant. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? It happened a couple years ago. Move the fuck on. Who cares? What did they fucking do? They brought him back. Told him, whatever. I mean, they did it for money reasons. And that's the obvious reason. It did it because of money. That's it. Just to get your stupid ass in the fucking seat to see his ass on the big screen. That's it. The only fucking reason. You know? Because that's what they do. They throw popular characters in there or big ass actors in there because they want to get your ass in the freaking movie theaters to watch this shit. You know what I mean? It's pretty obvious what Marvel tries to do. It's not, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. You know what I mean? And people need to stop falling for that bullshit because it's not, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't make the movie good. It doesn't, you know what I mean? If the story around it is not strong, you know what I mean, and it's just slapped together and called it good, that doesn't make it good. Just because, oh, they're in here for 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't make them good. You know, sure, you're gonna love seeing the character, but at the same time, does it make sense for the story? You know what I mean? Or does it not? And if it doesn't, then it just kind of defeats the whole purpose of even doing it. You know? W. Mr. Heisenberg, I wouldn't want to either. Exactly, I try to enjoy it and hope that season 3 is good in really less than 2 weeks, right? Even shows like We'll Go Mad has a lot of the same themes. The most important thing is that it's entertaining. Okay, it is the same thing. Right. So my parents were calling me cooking ahead. They blinded me and said that I have sharp teeth through Snapchat, which was obviously insulting and made me feel uncomfortable. Right, you know, well that's what I'm meaning by, you know, going at each other with all that stuff. It's not, you know, it wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not gonna insult them here. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, waste my time, you know, insulting him because I really don't care anymore. I'll be just real with you. I really don't care. I mean, that's how much he's irrelevant to me. I just don't care. I'll be real with you. I do not care anymore about it. I just, you know, I'm just done with it. I'm drained from it. You know what I mean? At this point, it just feels like we're going in fucking circles. You know what I mean? That's all it feels like. We're not resolving anything. It's just ending cycle of continuing. You know, and that's the reason why I didn't do a stream on him and waste my time on that because I really don't care. His words don't mean jack squat to me. They don't mean nothing to me. And pretty much anybody else that heard the words, it didn't mean nothing to them either. Because all it makes us think is that, well, you're just an asshole. That's, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. You know what I mean? And your insults are not hurting because a lot of the same insults is you saying yourself. To be honest, it could be said the same to yourself. I mean, in a lot of different ways. Sorry to say, but, you know, I mean, that's just the truth, you know. But again, for us to sit there and waste our time, you know, trying to go to that low level, you know what I mean, just to try to think we're one-upping you, it's stupid. You know what I mean? It's stupid. And if anything, it just makes us look like assholes. Which, you know, like I said, we're burnt out. You know what I mean? We don't care. We're just trying to move on to more entertaining content. You know, and try to get back in swing of things. You know, I don't care either, move on from it. Yeah. You know, so I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're unsubscribing because he's not in it or whatever like that, then whatever. I mean, fine. I don't care. Go away. It doesn't matter to me. My channel was not centered around him. It never was. You know? It was never gonna be. You know? You know, but I do want you to see my situation from a different perspective on the matter. You know? And maybe you should think second thoughts about why I'm not giving him another chance on the situation. Because there's so many times that he apologized and nothing changed, if you get what I'm saying. Nothing did change. You know what I mean? The arguments continued, they dragged on, you know what I mean? Whether it's to be funny or not, I don't care. You know, I mean, honestly, it's stupid. I mean, if you are to do it to be funny or whatever like that, for one, I don't find it funny because you make it seem serious all the way up until the end, and then the end, then you say, well, I'm just fucking with you, blah, 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 whatever like that. But at that point, now I'm just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, really? I mean, because, you know, it's fucking stupid. It really is. Because I didn't find it funny at all. I found it a waste of time and pointless argument. That's, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get no enjoyment out of it. If anything, it just pissed me off and you just fucking, you know, brought the mood down. That's really it. You know what I mean? So I didn't get any enjoyment out of it. It wasn't funny. It wasn't, you know, anything of that. It wasn't amusing. It wasn't entertaining. You know, wasn't any of that. You know what I mean? So I mean, if you're doing it for that reason, that stupidest reason, dumbest thing ever. I'm gonna be real with you. Dumbest thing ever. I mean, yeah, dumbest thing ever. Surely. You know, my original Pulse series is entertainment with new characters, themes, and it's except for Walking Dead. Well, yeah, it's different. It is different. But, you know, I mean, and that's the situation. You know? That is the situation. You know? It's just a damn game, bro. Jesus Christ. Fly By Night is also coming back next month, 3 more episodes. So yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait for that. So yeah, Yeah, so I wanted to emphasize that because people are doing that for that reason. Or if you are doing it because I'll have a lot of episodes of Hedgehog Girls, it is what it is. Or just don't, as much as I tell you to turn on post notifications. But if you don't want to, for the simple reason of the fact of because I do a lot of Hedgehog Girls, that's fine. Then just stop by for other content that I continue. You know what I mean? I also see more Clem book streams are coming. Yeah. Yeah, the unsub for these reasons are not really loyal. Yeah, true that. I'm not gonna stop. You know what I mean? If you're doing it for that reason, I'm not gonna stop. Mr. Reagan doesn't stop. He ain't gonna stop. Because we're gonna get those subs right back. Simple as that. One way or another. We will crush 7K and we will push right through that shit. You already know. And I'm not gonna lose anything out of it. You know what I mean? We're not. But yes, you are gonna start seeing those. Book 3. I do gotta finish that. So I may do it tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to see because I got to do a situation with him with Funko Pops. And I'm not going to get into that whole situation there. If you're curious, he's selling them. If you're curious, for a reason. So I gotta squeeze that in and such. Excuse me. This former episode designed by season 1 and for season 1. Over. Series gets renewed for season 2. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So. Definitely. Yeah, so what should I continue tonight? Should I continue this training tonight, or should I do a different game? Should I do Ratchet and Clank first, or should I do, obviously, like I said, I'm going to do episode 128, or 228, not 128, 228 of Hedgehog Bros, which that's a little bit of a lengthy one, but obviously I got that. After that, then I'm going to do a game. Or should I continue some of the other ones? I don't know, what do you think? Should I do Death Stranding continuation? Or should I do Ratchet and Clank? Or Days Gone? I know I gotta continue that. Never stops. You and me, Dan, I have console plans. Yeah, for sure. Norman, let's go for that. Although Days Gone would be cool too. Yeah, I do need to continue that. Here's the thing with that one. With Death Stranding, I really want to do a lengthy one, but here's the thing. I'm trying to see if I can squeeze it in, like, I don't know, another continuation. Like, I'm trying to get some different variety, if you know what I mean. eventually. Well, yes, but I'm not in any rush. You know what I mean? I'm not in any rush because I know I got a long way to go. You know, I'm not even halfway through the first game, so I mean, I'm not. I got a long way to go. You know what I mean? So I'm not like overly concerned about it. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of other games I'm also continuing. I obviously still got to do Callisto Protocol. I got to continue that. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to bring back some that I haven't done in forever. And have we figured out what the other game? I mean, you guys see my pictures, right? For the polls, the number 3 polls, or the 3 polls. You guys seen the pictures, right? Yeah, I should probably continue Days Gone. Let's see here. Okay, so I know I did get. What the? Come on, you piece of shit! What the fuck? Okay, is my stream still going? I hope it is. I know it better be, because this is being stupid. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna use my service. Freaking Wi-Fi's being dumb. I'm just gonna make sure that it is still going. Okay. It was concerning me there because freaking, my phone's connected to Wi-Fi too, and I was trying to load the content, it's sitting there giving me an error, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, Elon posts too much. You need to take a break, Elon. Jesus Christ. God dang. Alright, let's see here. So because I don't really count the last Death Stranding because I ended up just sleeping the whole damn time. You know what I mean? So I can't count that. I know I need to continue NHL 17 as well, but I'm not like so much a rush. Should be. Let me see. When I only got like one more right here, so yeah, so you got Remastered, Last of Us Part 2, so you got that. That's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, so Death Stranding 1 month ago. Maybe a double gameplay Death Stranding. Yes, sleep dink dink. Well, yeah. Which I appreciate the support on it. I mean, I didn't really mean to turn that into that, but that's what it ended up being. So I apologize. Yeah, this Days Gone. I haven't done that in 2 months. And of course, I had to split into 2 damn streams because a stupid thing cut out on me for whatever stupid reason. I don't know why. So hopefully this time it won't happen. It shouldn't. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I probably should do Days Gone. Honestly, I haven't done that forever. I'll agree with you. Damn, Life is Strange. 2 months ago. Holy, wait, what? Quit telling me nothing's not right, you fucking bitch. Just fucking load. Jesus Christ. Damn. I don't understand this crap. Chapter 3 ending. Yeah, see, so I got 2 more chapters in that. I really do need to jump back into it. What about Ratchet and Clank? When did I continue that? Two months ago. Wow. Okay. I didn't. Jeez. Oh. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, that tells you that when I get, you know what I mean? When I get set on a path or something, you know what I mean? I tend to forget some games. You know what I mean? That I haven't continued. Unless you do Days Gone first. One that's been the longest time since you did it. That's what I'll shoot for. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Frickin' Forever. I got a lot of support on that one too. So I appreciate it. That's crazy. Yeah, I really need to jump back into it. There had to be another game I was continuing, wasn't there? I had 2 different playthroughs of Last of Us. I have Life is Strange. Oh yeah, I do gotta, obviously Ratchet and Clank. Death Stranding. I gotta bring back Closer Protocol. I know you guys did voting on that. I gotta buy it though. I mean, if it's $5, I can, or $6, $7, whatever it is. I can. Just gotta pick the right day to do that. No. Huh. I apologize for the background. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Telling you can. Always gotta be something. Okay. Tell you what. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Days Gone. Continuation. Crap. It's not even right here. It's actually across the street, I think. But of course, it being so damn loud, it freaking makes it seem like it's over here. I tell you, they do this on purpose. Always do. I seem to time it right, evidently. But yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll continue Days Gone. I'm going to do episode 128 of it, or 220. Why do I keep saying 128? We're in the 200s, damn it. I keep thinking we're in the 100s. 228. That tells you how I'm just not, you know. Yeah, because he's waiting for me. Oh no, never mind. He's not on the other side. He is on this side. The fuck is he cutting it again? Whatever. Probably it's been that long. Yeah. That's it then. Unless if he didn't finish it. Lazy first. Sorry, because it's been very nice with the weather and everything like that, so that's why I've been leaving the window open. Just trying to keep it so my AC doesn't have to work. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I've been keeping it open and the fan pushing it in, stuff like that, so. Feels like it just did it. Yeah, I don't think he finished it. Honestly, I think they just fucking went back and forth and then they called it good and now they're back. Continuing it, evidently. Good lord. Again, I feel like they do this shit on purpose. It's freaking stupid. Stupid. Could have been already freaking done. And yet here you are. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Frick you. Anyways, your man has to get going here. So I'm going to get going. But I wanted to do this to kind of, you know, update you guys on. So, the gaming, we're going to get back into it, 100%. You're going to start seeing it more, you know, I'm going to kind of keep throwing it in, you know what I mean, bit by bit, and get that variety kind of going again, you know what I mean, because I want to do that, bring that variety back, you know what I mean, keep things interesting. Yeah, you guys doing this one, Dan? Fire video. Excuse me. Subscribe, guys. I know I would appreciate it very much. Trying to crush 7K. I'm going to be having another poll pretty soon here. You mods and stuff like that need to help me out on what games for the fourth poll. I'll send those pictures again of what we put in them so far, but we do need to vote on that. Or we do need to throw the options out, you know what I mean, so I can get that fourth poll on the channel so that you guys can vote for that main poll, you know what I mean, because there's so many options. So we need to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to do episode 228, then we're going to jump right into Days Gone continuation, remastered. We're going to jump into that right away. I'll go for a bit. You know, just to grind some nice content, keep it in one part, hopefully, not this 1.5 crap that I had to do with the first one. And then I potentially might do 229 of Hedgehog Bros, potentially, or depending on the timing, I might then just jump into Ratchet and Clank, and continue that for a bit, and then do 229. I don't know. Or I might do, yeah, I might do that 229, then Ratchet and Clank. You know what I mean? I might do that. So, but yeah. So we got some different games continuing tonight. Just fucking. weren't even cutting the grass this past freaking month too. And now you're freaking doing it. I don't understand these guys. I don't get them. But whatever. I do not get them. I seriously don't. But whatever. You're a joke. Do this shit on purpose. I'll tell you what. Anyways. So yeah, so we got those fire continuations tonight. Stay tuned. And they're going to be pretty good. So hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. We got a lot of fire content on the way. Different fire content on the way. I'm going to be bringing back Family Guy, King of the Hill, Phineas and Ferb, SpongeBob. We're going to be bringing them all back. Hell's Kitchen, you name it. So stay tuned. You know what I mean? We're gonna squeeze them in here. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned for it. All right. Like I said, some of those keep your eyes peeled because they might get blocked. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I haven't been continuing them as frequent because of that. But I think I'm just gonna keep pushing on and just keep doing it and just keep telling you guys to just jump into it right away. So, anyways, like, subscribe, and hope you guys have a good one. And we get 6 or more likes. You know what I mean? I think we already crushed 6. Or if we get, well, actually, yeah, we'll do another one maybe this weekend. And this time, if we want to get some people to be in a call and have a chat stream discussion. I swear he did that on purpose. Like, damn, bro. Then we can be in a call. You know what I mean? We can have a good discussion with people on the call, like you, Dan, or Walker Dad, and this and that. So we can do that. So, anyways, your man has to edit. Over his signing out. Peace. Have a good one, guys. Much love to the